Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Justin Fields breaks silence on Steelers QB competition. Head coach Mike Tomlin has made it rather clear this offseason that Russell Wilson is the front-runner to start behind center for the Pittsburgh Steelers this season. But that doesn't mean fellow signal caller Justin Fields won't compete. At the first day of voluntary workouts on May 21st, Fields told the media he's practicing as if he is going to be the team's starter. "I'm definitely competing," Justin Fields said to reporters, via the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette's Ray Fittipaldo. "Russ knows that. We compete against each other every day. We're pushing each other. I definitely don't have the mindset of sitting all year. I come in here every day and give it all I got. I'm pushing him to be his best, and he's pushing me to be my best every day." Fields is certainly used to starting. He became the starter behind center for the Chicago Bears during Week 3 of his rookie season. Since then, he's started all 38 games in which he's played. In those games with the Bears, Fields posted 7 yards per pass with 40 touchdowns and 29 interceptions. He also averaged 6.3 yards per carry with 13 rushing touchdowns. Fields' interview on May 21st was the first he conducted since joining the Steelers. The team did not hold an introductory press conference for the quarterback after acquiring him in a trade because he was out of the country on a youth football camp tour at the time. Fields went through 2 straight off-seasons where his franchise held the number 1 overall pick. Last year, the Bears traded number 1 overall to the Carolina Panthers. But in that deal, the Bears received Carolina's 2024 first-rounder. Ironically, that became the number 1 overall pick this spring. The second time around, the Bears elected to draft Fields' replacement in quarterback Caleb Williams. But Chicago general manager Ryan Poles wanted to do right by Fields this offseason, trading him to a place where he wanted to be. Fields identified that place to be Pittsburgh. "Shout out to Poles, we communicated to him through my agent, and I told him where I wanted to be and this was a place I wanted to be," Fields told reporters, via ESPN's Brooke Pryor. "He honored that, and I appreciate him for that and glad he was able to put me in a spot where I wanted to be at." The Steelers trading for Fields was one of the more popular quarterback rumors for the team this offseason. But so was signing Wilson, which is what the Steelers did the night before the legal tampering period of NFL free agency began. However, after Kenny Pickett expressed wanting a chance elsewhere after Pittsburgh signed Wilson, another opportunity for the Steelers to acquire Fields arose. "And even with Wilson, Fields wanted to play for the Steelers. I wanted to come here before Russ got here and after, too," said Fields. That may help put Steelers fans' minds at ease after Go Long's Tyler Dunne reported on May 10 that Fields had a toxic relationship with veteran quarterbacks Nick Foles and Andy Dalton during his rookie season in Chicago. There are no early indications that Fields isn't looking forward to competing with and learning from Wilson. At least publicly, Fields doesn't seem concerned about who will start at quarterback for the Steelers in 2024. Instead, he is focused on improving. "I'm not the same quarterback I was last year, I'm not the same quarterback I was yesterday," Fields told reporters, via Fittipaldo. "I'm going to continue to get better each and every day. I think I have a lot of room to grow." The Steelers acquired Fields with that very idea in mind. The Bears drafted Fields at number 11 overall in the 2021 NFL Draft. But he has gone just 10 to 28 in his career as a starter. A lot of NFL analysts, including Chicago pundits, have argued Fields wasn't properly supported with the Bears. If that was the case, the former first-round quarterback could fulfill his potential in Pittsburgh. He's at least practicing like he will get that opportunity during 2024. Steelers HC Mike Tomlin gives promising update on injured LB. The Steelers have added some new pieces to their inside linebacker room this offseason, signing former Raven Patrick Queen via free agency and selecting NC State's Peyton Wilson in the 3rd round of the 2024 NFL Draft. As a result, Many have debated if Cole Holcomb, who suffered a season-ending knee injury last year, is further away from being fully healthy than expected. Some have even tabbed Holcomb as a potential cut candidate, but head coach Mike Tomlin seemed to put those beliefs to rest during Tuesday's first day of OTAs. "He's working to get back to us and doing a heck of a job of doing it," Tomlin said via Nick Farabaugh of Steelers Now. Holcomb, who signed a 3-year, $18 million deal with Pittsburgh last offseason, played well before his injury. In 8 games, the 27-year-old registered 54 tackles, 2 forced fumbles and 2 passes defensed. However, his promising season ended during the Steelers' Week 9 game against the Tennessee Titans on Thursday Night Football. Holcomb was hit by friendly fire, hyperextending his knee and causing him to miss the remainder of the year. The biggest question now is when will he return to the field? Tomlin didn't give a direct timeline but showed more optimism than the team had given all offseason. General Manager Omar Khan reiterated how serious of an injury it was ahead of this year's draft. "I don't really have much to add on the timeline," Khan told reporters. "We've discussed this, it was a major injury, but he is working hard." For now, parting ways with Holcomb looks to be off the table. The focus will now shift to when the 6th-year linebacker could potentially return to the field for the first time since last November. Patrick Peterson reveals why he wants to re-sign with Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers have what looks to be a competitive roster heading into the 2024 season, and while their offense should be improved with future Hall of Famer Russell Wilson at quarterback, they should continue to win with defense. One key member of that defense has been cornerback Patrick Peterson, who they signed as a free agent last offseason. While Peterson is 33 years of age, he thinks he has something left in the tank, and even though the Steelers released him in March, he says he wants to stay with them on a new contract. He cited head coach Mike Tomlin as a reason he wants to remain in Pittsburgh while praising Tomlin's leadership during an appearance on The Jim Rohn Show. Tomlin has been the Steelers' head coach since 2007, and he's the longest-tenured head coach right now in the NFL. In fact, he has one of the longest tenures of any head coach in any major pro sport. Under his leadership, the Steelers haven't had a single season with a losing record, even though legendary quarterback Ben Roethlisberger retired 2 years ago. Despite the disappointing play of Kenny Pickett, who was his quarterback the last 2 seasons, Tomlin managed to guide Pittsburgh to a 10-7 record and a playoff appearance last season. Peterson has 8 Pro Bowl selections and 3 All-Pro nods to his name, and while he may not be the exact same player he was several years ago while with the Arizona Cardinals, he is still a productive corner. If he gets a new contract from the Steelers, he will need to continue to be productive, as the AFC North looks to be the most competitive division in all of football this coming season. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Patrick Peterson? Leave your opinion in the comments.